Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a really big idea from Shannon Valor's book, Technology and the Virtues. It's all about how we can build a future that's actually worth wanting. And spoiler alert, it's not just about getting better gadgets. It's about becoming better humans.
And this really is the question at the heart of it all, isn't it? I mean, we've got these incredible, powerful tools right in our pockets, but do we actually have the wisdom to use them well? It feels like we're in a race, and our wisdom is just struggling to keep up.
All right, so let's really dig into that feeling, that sense of unease. To get a handle on the problem, we first have to be able to name it.
And Shannon Valor has a fantastic term for this, acute technosocial opacity. Okay, I know, that sounds like a mouthful, but the idea behind it is actually pretty simple and powerful. It basically means that tech is changing our world so fast, so completely that all our old moral maps, they're becoming useless. We are essentially flying blind.
Think of it this way. Imagine you're a ship's captain. You know these waters, you've got your trusty paper map, but then all of a sudden this thick, completely unprecedented fog just rolls in. Suddenly you can't see the landmarks, the stars are gone, and that map, which was perfect just moments ago, is now pretty much useless. Well, that's kind of where we are with technology today.
So, what do you do when the old maps fail? Let's take a closer look at why those old ways of thinking just aren't cutting it anymore.
What we're seeing here is a really fundamental shift. For the longest time, ethics was all about rules. It was focused on the question, what's the right thing to do in this situation? But in this crazy, unpredictable technological fog we're in, a fixed rulebook it can't keep up. So this new approach, virtue ethics, it flips the question. It asks, who should I be? See the difference? It's not about memorizing a bunch of rules. It's about building up your inner character so you can be adaptable and make good calls, no matter what comes your way.
And man, Valor just nails it with this quote. Technology is a massive amplifier. It takes what's already inside us and cranks it up to 11. So the choice we have to make is, are we going to use it to amplify our best qualities, our empathy, our courage, our wisdom, or are we going to let it magnify our worst, our greed, our division, our fear?
Okay, so if the external map is useless, what's the alternative? Well, we have to build a better internal compass. Let's talk about what that compass actually looks like.
And the solution is this incredible idea called virtue ethics. Now, this isn't some newfangled concept. It's ancient. It's got roots in Aristotle, in Confucianism, in Buddhism, but it is perfectly suited for our modern mess. Instead of giving you a rigid list of do's and don'ts, it's all about building that solid foundation of moral character. It's about having a core that helps you navigate any storm, any fog.
So you might be asking, okay, that sounds great, but how do I actually build this compass? Well, it's not a passive thing. It's a very active process. First, there's what's called moral habituation. It's like going to the gym for your character. You just practice being courageous or practice being honest over and over until it becomes second nature. Then, there's reflective self-examination. You actually have to take the time to look at the choices you've made and learn from them. And finally, you develop prudential judgment. That's the skill, the art of making wise decisions when there's no easy answer. Think of it as your moral workout for the 21st century.
All right, so what are the actual parts of this internal compass? Let's open up the toolkit we can use to navigate this crazy tech world.
Valor lays out a set of what she calls techno-moral virtues. Now, these are the timeless qualities we all know, but she reframes them specifically for today. You've got things like empathy, which is so crucial to fight back against online echo chambers, or civility, which we desperately need in our polarized digital world, and humility, the ability to admit we don't have all the answers when we're dealing with these super complex systems. This right here, this is our toolkit for navigating the fog.
And sitting right at the center of this whole toolkit, the one that ties everything together, is the master virtue, techno-moral wisdom. This isn't just book smarts. It's the ability to take all those other virtues, courage, justice, care, and weave them together, applying them skillfully in real-life situations with technology. It's that gut feeling, that intuition that an expert navigator has.
Okay, this all sounds great in theory, right? But what does it actually look like in the real world? Let's try applying this toolkit to some of the tech we use every single day.
And this is where the rubber really meets the road. Let's take social media.
Its algorithms are literally designed to keep you hooked, which often wears down our empathy and just shatters our attention spans. So to fight that, we have to consciously practice the virtue of perspective, forcing ourselves to step outside our own little bubble. And civility, engaging with people respectfully even when we totally disagree. Or how about surveillance tech? It can create this chilling effect where we're scared to speak our minds. The answer isn't just better privacy laws, though those are important. It's also about us as individuals cultivating courage and as a society demanding justice. And as we start using robots for things like elder care, we've got to ask ourselves a tough question. Are we just outsourcing a fundamental human duty? That's a challenge that requires us to really double down on the virtue of care and find the courage to connect with each other person to person.
So where is all of this headed? What's the end game? Well, it leads us to think about something bigger. Not just what our technology can do for us, but who we want to become because of it.
I mean, we're on the verge of technologies that could completely change what it even means to be human. We're talking gene editing, advanced AI, the whole shebang. And this quote from Valor just forces us to face the single most important question. What are we actually wishing for? What's the goal here? Before we can build a better future, we have to have a serious conversation about what better even means.
So if there's one thing you take away from all of this, let it be this. The solution to our biggest technological problems isn't going to be found in better code or faster processors. It's going to be found in better character. A future that we actually want to live in, that's going to require us to cultivate the virtues we need to steer technology towards making us better, not worse.
And that brings us to the final question. This one isn't for philosophers or tech CEOs, it's for you. In your own life, with the phone in your hand and the apps you use every single day, what virtues are you going to choose to practice, to cultivate? Because the future isn't just something that happens to us. It's something we are all building right now, one choice at a time.